Testing 1, 2. I can hear myself really good now. You still got nothing? Yeah? No? Okay, there's something in the settings that say that could happen. Okay. Can you hear me? I can actually do something. How long is the delay? I can actually hear you in my headphones. Where did I have the settings? I just saw a thing where I could delay the visual to get the audio to catch up. I don't know how to do that now. I just had it. Oh, that's because I'm in this thing. Okay. Push to talk delay, desktop audio. Desktop audio. There's a whole bunch of different where I can advance it by microseconds. But I don't know how. Anyways, let me get back to what I was trying to do. It's slightly creepy, and I apologize for that. I'll try to work on it. I am trying to take this bracelet and find exactly where the halfway point is, because this is not a normal string. So now I need a red. And leave comments in the thing. My wife can help tell me what everybody else is saying, so that would be really cool. La la la. And then a lighter red. And then I did an orange. So you guys can see exactly how I might work with my graph paper. So this is kind of cool. Lighter orange. That's starting to get weird. Oh, you can even hear the little clicks of my mouse in this. That's kind of neat. Okay, blue. And a light blue. Oh, this will drive me crazy. I will end up talking to myself a lot. Purple. Oh, whoops. And a lighter purple. Yellow. And a bit lighter one. And then it's the green. And I can just use the control button to pick up the color that I'm going to use, so I don't have to keep going and finding the color somewhere else. So there's the green. The next one goes the red, coming from the other side. Oh, I can even hear myself breathing. That's creepy. So somebody say hello. Anybody. I don't think you count, sweetheart. Not for this. Okay. Purple. So now I just keep going through the colors until I have the whole bracelet made up. And I can figure out exactly where the center was. Plus, I can actually use this image to, I have to take the headphones off, there's a lag, and it's driving me insane. I can use this image as a pattern for people to use in case anybody's interested in making this. So this is completely a win-win. So the orange, now it's the yellow this way. And then from there, that is the green. And the lighter green. You'll have to excuse the kind of sniffle sound that I keep doing. It is the rainy season here, and it has my sinuses absolutely going crazy, so trying to keep that under control. I know that sniveling sounds are obnoxious, so I'm really trying not to. On the other hand, I am trying to breathe, so haven't mastered the art of not breathing yet. Alright, after the green is the blue. And then the other blue. And let's zoom out a bit. Oh, still a ways to go. Okay. Whoops. Purple. Wow, 13 playbacks. That's neat. Alright. Yellow. Light yellow. This is an incredibly fast, easy bracelet, by the way. If you're looking, coming over here to my channel, and you wanted to like figure out how to do a bracelet, this one is super easy. It will be up on my website soon, especially since I'll have a pattern for it. Kinda. Let's see, after the purple's the red. Trying to do two things at once. Trying to talk to you guys, which that's a challenge to do while concentrating on not messing this up. You guys have to be subscribers. Whoever it is that came over here to look, I suspect you guys are subscribers. You know who I am, you know what I do. So, you know, this is kind of a more behind the scene look at some of the lengths I go to make these things possible. So let's see. This bracelet only requires the two knots, the ones going to the right and the ones going to the left. So with that, it would be real easy for you guys to make this without too much trouble, like having to learn anything crazy. I did it with 12 colors. You can tell on this one here. It was 12 strands that went into the kumi. Can you see that? Yeah. So there's 12 strands that went into that kumi, and I divided them off, all the hot colors to one side and the cold colors to the other, and that's how this came about. So after the green, no, yellow, green, this red. Still no comments. Ask questions. This could be a fun Q&A if we want to make it one. But Q&As only work if the half the group is making the questions. There's a good question. Who's watching? Tell me who's watching. The IRS? Yeah, I'm old enough to know that song. I wonder if it's just us two. Oh. It went down to 2, now it's up to 3. Hello, person who just came in. I am working out a pattern for a bracelet. It's neat that I can actually see the person just came in. That's neat. After the purple is the red. So this is kind of fun. I could probably adjust the camera so it looks like I'm more looking at the camera. I guess that would be cooler. Orange. So this is a 12-color bracelet that I'm trying to find where the halfway point was. I've already made one of it, but this string is DMC floss as opposed to the stuff from China. So I need to find out where the center is because I'm going to make another bracelet for a friend. Oh, back to 2. We were up to 4 a couple times. That was really creepy. Why did... Alright, so the purple once, purple twice, purple the 3rd time. When the green comes to the end, that's it. Okay. Blue, 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 blue. Well, somebody else is back. Hello, random person. Because I have no idea who could be.
There we go. Alina's son. What program are you using there?
Hi, Alina. I am using GIMP. It's a free software that allows me to basically do Photoshop kind of things. Absolutely free. And this graph paper stuff, this is available on akaawol.com. It's just the graph paper I use to make stuff. Okay, so now the red comes. Does it go all the way? No. Oh, okay. Dark blue, light blue. And I think that's might be how it ends. Something like that. No, it ends should end here. But then the green ends up on the weird. There. Alright, so now I can figure out where the center is. Hey, we're up to 4 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3. Okay, not easy. Let's is now 329 by 803. Half of 803. 401. Right there. That's my center. So this line is on the, it's on a 404, that's so funny. Okay, so that's my halfway point. So now I'm going to start a new one. Open, recent, yes. We're going to make the quality just a little bit better, import. Alright, so now we can find the halfway point with this. 404. There. No, that's not right. What? How did I do that? Oh, because this one's in a better, higher res. Oh, that's so stupid. Okay, so I just did something really stupid and you guys are here to actually witness it. So this one is 100 pixels per inch and this one is 200 pixels per inch. So I assume maybe that means I have to go twice as far, 800? No, could it be that easy? 800 and I think I really kind of made this more difficult on myself than necessary. Let's see. So if this is halfway, I should be able to count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. After 19 knots. And just to make my life slightly easier, do a different color in case that's black. Otherwise I can't erase it afterwards. So I'm using GIMP. Somebody's already asked that once. I can, anybody else who's not watching can figure this out. So GIMP is basically free Photoshop. It's really super awesome, easy to use. Alright, so flip those colors around. I can wipe these out now. Whoops, I need the paint tool. At least my computer's not dying while I'm doing this. So this is my first try at doing anything live. So if it seems weird, it's only because I have no idea, never did it before. I can also see that there's a lot of lag, and I don't know how to fix that. Alright, let's see if this is center. Let's start. Do you, the kumis that you're making for me, the next one, is that rainbow one? Is it 12 colors or is that yeah? One of those is like rainbowish, right? Probably that top one. This one, right? Is that a rainbow? No. No, this one's not it. One of them is rainbow. That might be it. Is it 12 colors? 12 different? Because if it is, I can just use the same 12 colors from before. Alright, well that makes things just a little bit more difficult. I was hoping to do something where I could have like a center point in it. Oh, I can. Here we go. Let's do, so this is the red. Let's call this part the center. The first red here. The next color will have it go this way. Alright, I got this. Sometimes things don't go exactly as you might plan, and so you end up with something new and different. And for me, I think that's awesome. I think that's sometimes better than having a whole thing all pre-designed or worked out by somebody else. I think what I'm going to do, I was going to do like a zigzag design. I thought it was just a 6-color bracelet, which would be, I would have 6 colors and all the strings would be doubled up. And that would be how I would come about doing this. Well, it's 12 colors. So these are 2 reds, 2 oranges. Now I'm grabbing the yellows. I'm using the bucket fill tool to fill in these. This should be really fun. And then one more yellow. Again, this pattern will be available on my website as well. It's going to take a little while. This is in the group of bracelets that I'm doing for a friend who let me inherit her embroidery floss that was her grandmother's. And so, here comes the zigzag part of it. Right, so when the string comes all the way to the end, it's going to come out and just do this little thing here. And that little bump of a disruption will create the next row to also have a bigger one. And it becomes a whole fun little zigzag thing. So, yeah, this is going to be way cool. Alright, so there's the yellow. Next I need the green. Eventually, I hope to get a second camera so that way I can actually show you the making of the knots. This whole test was really to figure out whether or not I could even do something like this with my computer. Turns out yes. Alright. Is this thing even like... Oh, cool. It stopped getting hot. See, that's not bad. Might be just us watching it now, honey. I wish I could figure out the whole time thing. If I can get that figured out, that would be awesome. Because there's a thing about that. Cool. Alright, blues. Still no more comments? I'm sad. Uh-oh. Alright. So it's going to mirror on the other side here. If it seems like I'm slightly distracted, it's because my father-in-law is up and about, and I think from the sound of it, he may be giving our helper a hard time. And I'm concerned because my mother-in-law is in the hospital, and so things are a little bit weird here as it is. So I'm kinda have to keep an ear out. So there's a possibility if I suddenly dash away, that's will be why. So hopefully we don't have that problem. Alright, the light blue now. Cool. So this is going to be a bracelet for a friend whose grandmother left all this embroidery floss behind, and she asked who would be interested in it. And of course I said, sure, I would. But now, instead of just making some stuff and selling it, I'm going to send back all of her grandmother's floss made up into something cool. This one looks pretty neat. I hope I have the dimensions right. Looks about right. Alright, wait, that was blue, so next are the purples. This is not exactly my favorite part of bracelet making, although I have to say it's a necessary part of bracelet making. coming up with patterns, coming up with your own design. I don't even know if like the other websites and stuff can handle something that's goes along this line, but it doesn't matter. I'm not looking to do stuff for them. I'm looking to do stuff for me. And what I want to do is I want to teach how you guys can do this for yourself as well. Because that right there is going to look really, really cool. Alright, so that's the first purple. What's the other one look like? More of the lavender. Not really a lavender. It's like the Morgan Villa color. Cool. And the big part for me on making one of these is knowing where it starts, and now I can kind of see it. See exactly how it will start. How neat is that? And then that was the last color. So now I just have to work out the finer detail of what goes into this. And the purpose of this is so that way I know exactly where the strings get lined up here at the top. This is the tricky part. This is where things can go horribly wrong if you don't pay attention. Yes. Would somebody ask a question? Oh, hi. Hello. How do you read the pattern to arrange the strings? Okay, so that's what I'm trying to work on right now is I'm actually trying to find how to arrange my strings in the correct sequence. What we'll end up with is here at the top, I'm headed that way, I will find out there. So I know now that it's red, the light purple and dark purple. That's the sequence that's coming on this side. And let's see if I can do this right without screwing things up. So this is the bracelet that I started out with when this whole thing started. The strings that are along here and along here, I'm trying to work out like what the sequence is, because I'm going to make something that is this long but in the pattern that you see over here. So what there'll be this loop at the top, and there'll be 6 strings to this side and there'll be 6 strings to this side, and I'm trying to sort out how that all works out, because at this moment I only know part of the story, and that's the trick, is figuring out which are the right colors go in the right places. And then when I'm all done with it, I'll actually have the pattern that will be shareable. At least that's the hope. Does that make sense? If you don't understand any of that, this is why I wanted to do live, was to make sure that I could explain, and then if you don't understand, I can like.
I think he's asking how to read your pattern. Like, what's going to be.
Oh, well, maybe I misunderstood the question. My wife says it was how to read the pattern. The pattern is simply, there's a string going this way, I don't know what it is yet, and a red string on this side, and the red is going to make the knot, and then the red will be here, and then it's going to go over top of the next string, and so on. So like I said, there's 6 on this side and 6 on this side, and right now I'm working out all of the details. And the neat thing about this is you can see what's happening underneath. You can see that the red will travel underneath here like this, and because that blue turns, that means the red comes back this way, and this way, this way. Oh, that's fascinating. So that's how the red got all the way to here. So yeah, it'll take me a little while to actually fill in the rest of this, but by filling it in, I can figure out what strings go in exactly which position, because as of right now, I only have these 5 figured out. I suspect this green, yeah, I can see it here. This green will come up this way. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just trying to sort this out myself. So, and I'm not used to doing live stuff, so bear with me. This is a first. Oh, it makes sense. Yay! Alright. I'm not sure where that goes after this. I'm pretty sure the dark green's going to come straight across. That would make sense. And the dark string is that way. Okay. So yeah, this is, I kind of now know what the pattern looks like. Now it's a matter of how do I have to have those strings when I first start this. And once I have that sorted out, I can actually make it. So. Oh goodness. Okay. I had not guessed that that's where the dark green came from. Makes sense now, I guess. Cool. Alright. What's next? So at this point, it's almost easier to start from the middle and work my way outwards, because I can see where the line is. These ones are the easiest, where you know that it was traveling this direction. It's once it goes underneath that it can be sneaky. And sometimes you do things deliberate just to force a string to end up somewhere else in the pattern. And that's why I think it's important to learn this, so that way you can make your own patterns more intense. Oh, this is cool. So then it's possible that these might actually go in a kind of a sequence. So light green, dark green, light yellow. This bet you the next one's the other yellow. So cool. So I'm using GIMP and the graph paper from on my website. This is completely free, both the software I'm using it. Mind you, GIMP is for computers, so this isn't something you can really do on a phone. But that said, the GIMP is free, and so are the base patterns. They look like that when I start. And you can fill it in any which way you like. Come up with your own patterns, designs. Just have to follow certain basic rules that the string makes you do. You can only follow the string straight down its line. You can't make it jump around. And once you have that pretty well sorted, it gets easier and easier. Cool. All right. So if you guys have any other questions, I'm game. Oh, this is fun. I wish there was an easier way to do this. There really isn't. The problem is, it's easy to make a mistake with this. And I know that. I know personally that it's easy to make a mistake with this. If you start at the top, you set out your colors at the top, you could work it down slowly and create your pattern that way. But that only works to some extent. In this case, I had a bigger picture in mind and kind of knew that it would work. But it would be nice to think that it would be possible to do something with knowing for a fact that the computer would be there to let you know if there's something going wrong. And unfortunately, this way it does not. You just have to make sure that at any given point that when it comes to a junction, like this green and this orange come together, that the green goes one way and the orange goes the other. It's kind of, when you have two colors coming together, it can only go so many different ways. And you can't suddenly just throw something else in there like a red or something else if it wasn't one of the strings that was available at that moment. So neat. And I apologize, I know there's lag here, and I don't know how to fix that yet. I was hoping to kind of play with this and get that sorted, but I really don't know how to do it. How far off does the lag seem, honey? Between, like, me saying something and it happening on the screen. Like if I go like this.
15 seconds.
Okay, how far is it between the clap and what you hear the clap on this thing?
15 seconds.
Not the clap for me is 50 between that and
And the time it occurs in the video, 15 seconds.
okay. I think I'm asking the question wrongly. When you see my hand on the screen clap, there's still 15 seconds between that and the sound
No,
of your.
the sound and the screen, the video are in sync.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine
The
then.
viewers see it later, is all.
Oh, that's okay. I can handle that. I thought that there was a weird.
Yes, but the problem there is because it's live. When they ask a question,
Oh, I'm 15.
you're going to be addressing it 15 seconds later.
Oh,
Or seeing the question appear.
well, that's not the worst thing that could happen.
They could be asking you something from what they saw 15 seconds ago, and you're like, what are you talking about now?
Right. No. I expect internet to be a little laggy. That's
Yeah,
fine.
but 15 seconds is a lot.
Well, my thing is, the TV in the living room is a lag between the movement of the mouth. That's what I thought was the problem. That's what I thought you had described. Oh,
But 15
well,
seconds is a lot.
sure, but it's less than 20. Well, I'm trying to find a bright side. Okay, serious. I seriously have no idea what colors are supposed to be in here. Oops. Bless you. You're sneezing a lot. It's not a bad sign, right? Not getting sick. Good. Yeah, this is going to be a fun bracelet. It's funny we got people pouncing in and out. So that's what it's going to look like. That'll be fun, right? For the design? You like it? Dark purple goes this way. What I need to figure out now is how I can stream some music into some earbuds so that I can listen to tunes while I work and not get flagged for a copyright violation. Because that would be intensely fun. So whoever's here, out of curiosity, what time is it in your time zone? This was just a test to see whether or not I could stream while working out some of these patterns. But while I have you here, it would be nice to know what time zones people are from so I could figure out like what's a good time of day if I'm going to do any streaming. Anyway, hello. I can see you guys are there. So the device I want to get for live streaming will make it so that way the computer side of it only sees the one camera, and all of the extra work of being able to toggle and picture and all that is handled by the external device. And that means clear picture, and God knows what else it does. But oops. Yeah, there's a setting in here where if the video encoding takes too long and gets out of sync with the picture, you can actually create delays so that way they'll match up. That way you don't have that horrible effect where it looks like the old Bruce Lee movies in America. So if I get this actually finished, I can put both of these patterns up on my webpage. And I imagine at the end of all of this, I don't know how to, I just realized I don't know how to stop streaming. I'll be here all night. No. There's got to be a logical way of doing that, right?
Questions?
Ooh.
What time is it?
Oh. Okay, so we have a 13, that's 1 p.m. in Europe. Hey, that's cool. And a 7, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're watching me at 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh my goodness. Good morning to you. I feel terrible. At least 1 o'clock for, what is it? I can't see it, so it's a tiny print. What's the name in Europe? Melanie? Melanie in Europe. You're fortunate. Right now it is 8:40 in the evening for me. So yeah, it's already taken my dinner, sitting back, working on a little. Oh, I see. This is where that was supposed to go. Sorry, got distracted. Already had my dinner. Already kind of starting to think about what tonight's snack is going to be, because I'll probably be working on things until the wee hours of the morning. Wow. So Eastern time, right. Yeah, I came from Eastern time long, long ago. And now I'm in the future, because for you, you're still January 3rd, I think, right? No, you just turned January 4th, and we're already been almost the end of the day of January 4th, so I'm in your future. It doesn't look any better from here. I need to figure out how to make that bigger. How can I do that? How can I make this more legible? Maybe. Yeah, it's a very early January 4th for you.
Time travel is possible?
Time traveling is possible. You just have to go out to the Pacific where there's an international date line. Okay, I think I got that right. It's looking good. Alright, let's try this one. The worst part is you can't necessarily see the mistake until a caller doesn't want to go any further. And then you're like, wait, no.
Didn't we just watch a travel thing where...
Did we watch a travel thing?
We just watched a travel thing where they wanted... Across from...
Oh, where like the dateline is like in a like a restaurant bar thing. Yeah, there's a few of those in the States where the well, you can, there are places where you can go and the time zone is actually halfway through a restaurant or something.
Yeah, but it's not just like in
So you can, well, they use it so that way, oh no, I don't think you can jump like that far. You can jump like that in in a plane.
No, we just watched Russia or somewhere.
I know the dateline is a thing, but I don't think you can jump that far. I do know there are bars where you can actually extend your drinking hours by shifting to the other side of the building where there's a 1 hour difference. So at 2 a.m. you just go back an hour. And the police do try to kind of mess with them. Oh, wait, what? Time travel is possible. Yeah, the timey-wimey thing, is that where you're going with that? Because, yes, I'm a fan of the Doctor as well. And if time travel was possible, I would want to go to the future so that way I could watch all the episodes and that would be my whole thing. Like, meet the Doctor, be like, nope, gotta see the rest of the episodes, let's go. But then the question would be like, if you got all of the episodes, would it be in a format you could come back to our time and watch it? Probably not. Probably screw something up.
They're doing that mono stereo thing again.
I am?
Yeah, but also in my right ear.
Oh. Oh, that's weird. I can see. Oh. Why does it do that? Because it says there's... It says... Wait, properties, stereo... Okay, so it says I'm supposed to be in stereo, but I know better. It's supposed to be mono. Okay, oh, this one should do it right here. Advanced audio properties. Mix audio. Desktop audio 1.2 dB. Monitor and output. Monitor. I don't see how to make it. So it's just one channel. That's so weird. Oh, thank you for being here. Somebody's already leaving. Time travel is possible. Alright, so the dark green does end up where the dark green was on the previous one. So that means I am pretty much symmetrical. Light green should come. Oh. Light green's there. Okay, So that looks right. Yeah, I'll have to try to work out how to do mono, because it should be in mono, and the fact that it's trying to do stereo, and it shows me two desktop audios. I don't know why there's two of them, but yes, they are both in the one channel. I wish there was a way of like testing this out without having to like have an audience to do it. Not that I don't like talking to you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. I just feel bad that I'm not giving you the kind of quality that it should be, because I have no idea what the heck is going on. And that's just something I have to learn. And this is a crash course. So other than the fact that I'm in mono, is the sound quality okay? Like, I sound normal? That's good. Not too loud? That is also good. I don't want to be killing people's eardrums. And the fact that we have the fan running, I don't think that's actually showing up, which is really super good thing. Well, look at that, we're done. And there should be no more little blue, oh, this one. There we go. Cool. So I'll make this pattern available over on akaawol.com. Let me go finish this one up.
It was very quiet and I had to put my sound very high.
Oh. Well, that's good to know. Okay. Is this better? Hopefully I can... I'm not sure I can make it any... Let's play with knobs. Okay, is this any better? Wow, this thing is so bad. I wonder if I can... Is there a way that once the image is there that I can actually add to the picture quality? Like change the dots per inch? Oh, cool. Yay. Fantastic. Good to know. Well, I'm trying to learn all the settings, and the little bar that I can see like shows that I can, be heard. Yeah, I have no idea where's like a good spot for that thing to land. So, all right, now I might have to redo this image, which is be a shame. Really, really would be. But its picture quality is horrible. Fine. Live and learn. Let's see. Open. And change that to the 200. Okay. So, live and learn. You have to raise that number. When you import a PDF, you need to change the number, because if you look at the difference between this zoomed in and this, that's the difference between changing it from 100 to 200. So, yeah, kind of live and learn. I really kind of feel bad about that, but I was in a hurry, wasn't paying attention, all the normal excuses. Let's see, pencil. Let's start with the color red. I'm going to put all the colors that are in it over here so I don't have to keep toggling between the two images. So red, then the lighter red, and the orange, This is a great way of making up a palette, by the way. Setting yourself up a little spot off to the side, it'll make things go a whole lot faster for you later on. Wait, it was the bright yellow, okay, dimmer yellow. Dark green. Light green. Oh, and the other cool thing about this, and I'll leave this when I make this for the webpage, is you can then see how many different colors are actually in your project. I have been known when the colors aren't of like a completely mixed up number, like 4 of this, 3 of this, whatever, I will put the number actually on top of that, like where the circle is, so that way, like when I go back to looking these things up later on, I have it. Mind you, I typically don't try to reuse my patterns so much, but occasionally there's times where, well, these, I got completely crazy obsessed with these things, right? And so, yeah, my pattern actually tells me how many strands of any given one is on there. And the cool thing is, you can use, there's a tool that'll let you grab up all of one particular color. You can grab this tool right here. It looks like a, well, it's selection by color tool. And it'll let you grab up all of those at once. So let's say I didn't want this shade in there. I can grab all of those at once and change it all at once. And so if you have these little things on the side, it too will change with it. And that means it's just that much faster if you want to kind of play with it and you want to see what it would look like from a rainbow to a fade to whatever it is you're trying to do. It'll make it just that much faster for you. Alright, so we have, lost track where we were, light green. Okay, so it's the blues are next. Pencil, blue, whoops. Dark blue. Light blue, purple, and the light purple. So hopefully that made sense to you guys. I know that I tend to rant and that it's not necessarily easy to understand me when I get excited. I have that problem even just talking to my wife. I have ideas and it just gets a little bit much, I'm sure. Can you guys actually hear the clicking of my mouse? I noticed when I was starting this that I could hear it, and I thought that might get annoying. Okay, green. Oh, something's wrong with the computer. Suddenly the bucket fill thing is not happy. Oh, everything stopped. Can you still hear me?
No.
Okay, that was really, really weird. Let me see if I close some of these things. It's not the camera overheating. What happened? Okay, so that was really, really weird. Everything kind of almost came to a stop for me. That was really, really weird. It seems to be back. I have no explanation as to what happened. I should probably close up extra programs when I'm doing this. That might, I don't know what I have that could be running. So how many people do we have now? We're like 4 people? Cool. Okay, orange. So how is it that I have a bracelet that I don't have the pattern for? The imaginary question that nobody seemed to have noticed is because I did this where I shifted all of the cold colors, green, blue, and purple, over to this side. So like put that blue there, I put this blue here, this purple, and this purple. And for this other side, I've got that orange, the second orange, and the 2 yellows over on this side. And I started with those 2 greens and brought them down. And then I went with these 2. And I suddenly thought if I was to bring the blues down afterwards, it was going to be really off-centered. So I made 4 to one direction. And that's Willa? Willa Edwards, hello. That's awesome. What time is it there, Willa? Quiet type. Anyway, so yeah, I brought 4 down, and after that I did 4 on either side. 8 a.m. Getting up early to do some knots, that's fun. It is 9 p.m. here. Just turned 9. And I am dying of thirst, hang on. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, caffeine beverage. No adult beverage, just caffeine. Let's see. Do you do lives a lot? No, I do not. This is my very, very first. You are here for my very, very first live stream. And God, I really hope it turns out okay because I have no idea. I have just discovered an audio problem. I don't know why it's only in one channel. And I hope to get that solved for future ones. And I don't see any place where I could actually fix it. It doesn't make any sense to me. There's filters. There's all kinds of stuff. But I don't see how to make it 2-channel. I don't know. Oh, and I live in Singapore. I'm originally from Detroit, but now I live in Singapore. So that Michigan accent I have, yeah, that's still a thing. But now I have a bit of a Singapore influence on the way I speak as well. So, although I think I got that toned down a little bit, don't I, honey? She nods instead of answering to her. Somebody could actually hear her say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, whatever." There's just a, mm-hmm. Nice. Whoops. Whoops. Control Z, your best friend when these kind of things happen.
It'd be fun to watch you do a bracelet.
Yeah, I want to be able to do a bracelet. My problem is I kind of like this picture-in-picture idea because then you can see me talking to you. If I was tying a bracelet, I only have one camera, and the problem would be you could only see my clipboard. If you still think that's a good idea, I'm cool with that. We can totally do that. Could even maybe work out how to do that. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out when a good time for it is. Yeah, I lived in the States. I was from Detroit, so Eastern Standard Time. Except for what, you're further south, so you don't have it nearly as cold, so you're the fortunate type. You could read these things to me because I can't really see it. It's such a small print.
Melanie says, just notice the audio doesn't align with the video.
Ah, that was my fear that they wouldn't align. How far off, Melanie, is the audio from the video? Is it like a lot? Because I saw how to actually fix that. I don't know where it is now, and I don't know how to adjust it to be accurate. Oh yeah, Pennsylvania gets cold. I've been to Pennsylvania before. I went down there to visit my sister's husband's family. And we got down there, and everybody was in a really solemn mood because somebody had been snowmobiling, and the passenger on the back tried to look off to the side, and his helmet hit the tree, and that did not bode well for him. I don't know how fast they were going, but yeah, it's my only experience with Pennsylvania, except for maybe like the field trip in school, and I'm not even sure when I was in Pennsylvania or not.
Melanie says 3 seconds.
3 seconds, holy crap, that's huge. Okay, because like the adjustment thing is in like milliseconds, so that's something. How do... So do you hear it first, or... See, now I gotta figure out how that works. I have no idea what I'm doing here. All these controls are completely foreign to me. Let's see, properties. Nope. Advanced audio. Let's see. Ah. So which one? All three of these are active. All right, I'm going to try something here. Let's see.
See the video liner after.
Say it again.
Audio is quicker.
Audio is quicker. So if I okay, is that closer? Because now I have it to do the, oh wait, that's, oh no, I hit in the wrong spot. Hang on. Like my hide, do. No, I have it set for 3. Okay, so that should have changed by 3 seconds if I'm reading this right. So, is that closer? Okay, I'll do this so you can see. Ready? 1, 2. So tell me, is that even close? It's so weird. Does that work?
Now you see picture before.
Oh, so I went too far. Picture before sun.
Now camera is quicker by like 3 seconds.
Great. What was the other big question? I just saw something.
Do you have tips for taping your fingers or anything while nothing? I love making bracelets. I just can't do it as much as you because it begins to hurt.
Okay, so the bracelet's hurting it after doing it. Where is it hurting? Is it hurting in your knuckle, or are you rubbing this? Well, yeah, you can. There's knuckles, honey. That's the thing. Or is it like cutting into your skin? If it's cutting into your skin, then that's probably that there's too much humidity, and I have a tip for that. If it's your knuckles, I have a tip for that. So there's different things. If it rubs at your skin too much, one, don't let the string drag on your skin, if you can help it. There's times you kind of hold on to it as you're moving the string along, right? But if it's hurting at your knuckles, get yourself a set. There's kinds that have bells in it. I just got the stone ones.
The issue is the string. I can read the thing. He's talking about the string cutting into it.
This will help make your hands. Can you hear that? This will help if it's your knuckles that hurt. If it's string cutting into your hand, you can get a yo-yo glove. I didn't know that these were actually a thing. A friend who plays ukulele suggested it, and it covers these 2 fingers and your thumb, and it's for professional yo-yo people because the string is really, really coarse. So it'll protect those, and it's a little bit slippery. I don't like them so much because it's hard to pick up the string. I need my fingernails to kind of grab hold of my strings, and yeah, I'm totally going to do a video with me making stuff. I think designing is fun. We should definitely do this. Obviously, I want to get this one finished, get these up onto the website, because I think this has been kind of fun. But now, yeah, I can definitely see where doing live videos would make it easier to actually show you how I do what it is I do. And Okay, so maybe does anybody else here ever watch live videos? Does this become available to watch after I'm done? Like, will other people be able to like tune in or be able to watch this? If so, then cool. Um, then we can plan on maybe like tomorrow night I do an actual making something. Of course, that makes pressure for me to figure out what to make next. I still need to get a video in for Friday. So, yeah, just adding more things makes just more pressure, I guess, for me.
I think there's an option to upload after you finish your live.
Oh, there is. Oh, cool. Thank you for that. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I've actually lost track. How long have we been doing this?
90 minutes.
Really? That's awesome. So, yeah, when making projects or doing this kind of stuff, it's really super easy for me to lose track of time. Obviously, I had just did that. I had no idea. But that's cool. So, for those that weren't here when I started, I have already made this bracelet and was making a pattern for it so that way, one, I would have it to share, and two, so I could find out where the halfway point was so I could design the other pattern. So now, unhappy with the way I did the first one, I'm redoing this. And yeah, this doesn't look so bad. It needs just to be presentable enough for the web page. I don't think it has to be. I could do it in a higher resolution. I'm just afraid my computer might not handle it very well. It's already trying to do audio and video, and so try to make this as easy on you guys as well. I wonder if there's a way. See, I still want to be able to test. I hate the idea that I'm not giving out the best quality here. I would really want better sound, better audio, and visual stuff when it comes to making things. And the fact that it's in mono really, really, really bothers me. And I don't see, there's a thing here that says audio mixer, but it doesn't tell me anything about the channels or how to get, because if I'm reading this right, I think I'm should be in the left channel, because that's the one that I see the bar. What's that?
Melanie.
Going to have lunch. Okay, Melanie, it's been awesome. Thank you. Have a good lunch. Oh, wait, you're in Europe. You have good lunches. Oh man, now I'm getting hungry. Oh, and she's probably already. I probably read that like 15 seconds after she's already gone,
No.
and now I can't.
No. Well, no, text shouldn't be affected. She's seeing you late.
Yeah, well then she.
Oh, I see.
Right. So yeah, she sees it late. So
No,
meanwhile.
she sends that text. You read it, assuming we see immediately.
Yeah, but then it takes 15 seconds for me to say, "Oh gosh,
Yes.
I want British food
Yes, correct.
or English food."
Yes, your response will be 15 seconds.
She's already off to lunch, and I'm thinking, "Damn it!" Not that we don't have good food here. We do. Just proper Western food.
But the British are what gave us
British gave you guys the sloppy ends of whatever.
British gave us baked beans and Western.
Yeah, but have you ever had like really good British made fish and chips?
Yes.
Yeah. Their average mediocre fish and chips is like our high end ones.
We got Smiths, remember?
Yeah. That was like that's their regular go to stuff. Yeah. Oh, I could go for that. I think that pizza place is now where the Smiths used to be. Actually, now I'm thinking that we have a other person watching from East Coast. They probably have really good food around them too. Where did she say she was? Carolina or something? One of the Carolinas? They've got fried stuff for days. Like, it's down that way where you find like deep fried Snickers. The epitome of unhealthy, but yummy. So red.
We have places you can get it here, you know.
The deep fried Snickers?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Have a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Remind me the next time we're there. To show you, not to.
Just to show me you're not going to let me have. That's not fun. Yes, I should look after my health. Should also fix this camera because it's like okay, that's at least a little bit better. So yeah, easy bracelet. You could probably, just from looking at this, probably make this. Oh, we do have some good food here in Charleston. Oh, you make pizza. Oh, okay. So, true story. My first couple years here in Singapore, I was going pretty crazy because the pizza here is Italian pizza. And the thing that's weird about Italian pizza is they don't make a good crust. It's like crackers. It's thin, crunchy. It and they weren't using much of any kind of seasoning with the tomato sauce. There was like no oregano or anything in it, and they were skimp on the cheese. And these are all things that made me absolutely lose my mind. So now we have Little Caesars here. And I know that's probably you're thinking, that's just like not great pizza. For whatever reason, the Little Caesars here, they have upped their game and they are making the most gourmet-ish kind of pizzas that I've ever seen. It's their pepperoni only isn't like $5 here. What is how much is it?
It's still pretty cheap.
It's like $8 or $10 though, right? So it's like $10 or something for like their ready pizza, but it is so good. Right. So imagine I was here for almost 8 years with nothing like a New York style pizza. Like not even close. The and we have Pizza Hut. But you should totally if you well obviously you have internet. Go on the internet and look up Pizza Hut in Singapore and take a look at what's on the menu. Right? They have calamari, which, in case you don't know, that's like squid tentacles. It is. They are terrible. They don't even make a decent pizza at all. It's horrible. Yes, Little Caesars is trying to be big. They just opened their third store. They deliver island wide. And yeah, they're trying. I think it might even be. Do you remember, like, back when Taco Bell first started? Like, their quality was top notch, and they got everybody addicted to like late night, burritos and stuff. And then after they got everybody addicted to it, it all went. Oh, we do some pretty good fried chicken. That's mostly they like to do the chicken wings, but no, they have some good fried chicken. We also have KFC, which is weird. Like, people here have no idea what a Kentucky is, but we have Kentucky Fried Chicken. We also have a lot of like crossover stuff, things where you mixed like fried foods from um, like an American style thing mixed with, I don't know, Indian or Chinese or just completely different stuff. Oh, and by the way, Chinese food in America, forget it. There's nothing like it here, and we have like real Chinese people. Everything that you know from a Chinese restaurant is a lie. A complete huge lie. I came over here, I'm like, yeah, I like some egg foo young. They had no idea what I was talking about. Like, okay, what about like almond boneless chicken? No idea what I'm talking about. Like everything I mentioned, nope, it's a lie. Yeah, it's yeah, we do have KFC and it is pretty popular. Mind you, if you cross the border into Malaysia, they have a different one. It's what's Mary Mary Brown? Mary Brown. Mary Brown is like KFC done differently. I can't how it's just different. Oh, we have all kinds of dumpling stuff. All kinds. Yeah, you
Japanese, Korean, Chinese.
yeah, Japanese, Korean, Chinese. Oh man, the thing to travel here for though is these burly guys who hand pull the noodles. Like you'll see them just take a big clump of dough and kind of roll it out into like a snake-like thing, and then fold it in half, pull it, kind of give it a couple twirls, fold it in half again, pull it some more, and by the time they're done, it's these little thin hand-pulled noodles that are made right on the spot. Hands down the most tastiest stuff ever. Oh my god, it is so good. Oh, oh. See, I've already had dinner and now I'm already salivating. Oh man, that's some good stuff. Glass noodles. The wife likes those. I'm not a big a fan of those. The glass ones and the what's the other ones you like? Oh, she likes these little ones. They look like rat tails. They're like made out of the same stuff as the glass noodle. Yeah, not a fan of that one either. But I'm picky, so I'm told. I don't mean to be. I can't get myself used to certain things. I have to say thank you, by the way. This is like the most fun I've had making a video in a while. I never get off on tangents. You're helping me to think about what I will have for snacks later. Oh, one thing we do have. So in America, the ramen noodles are, sort of limited number of flavors. Over here, we have containers with the just add the water kind of stuff, and with it comes like 3 and 4 little extra packets. Like the ramen noodles, you have like one little packet of seasoning you dump in. This will have like a sauce and a hot sauce and a powder and whatever, and they come out way more gourmet, and they will they will light your mouth on fire. Nice. Uh, well, that's good. If you're getting yours already, that means by the time the mail gets around, a couple weeks, I should be seeing mine. Because I plan on using mine to try to make it so that way I can have another camera. So that way I can do live shots of myself and the tying the knots. That's my hope. That's what I'm going to use the check for.
I think this is stimulants.
Oh, I thought stimulus check? No.
No,
Oh,
just ADHD.
so do I. So I saw that and then,
And it's before I've taken my stimulants.
oh, wait. ADHD taking stimulants? You would think that would be bad. Can I zoom this thing? No. Oh, I can. Oh, I just discovered I can actually make it so I can actually read these things better. Sorry about that. Oh, shit. Went too far. Wait, I gotta show you. I was trying to make it so I could read the text better, and this is all that's left of it. I can't. There we go.
Mrs. DiMarco says hello.
Hello. Whose name?
Mrs. DiMarco.
Mrs. DeMarcos. Hello. Ah.
I remember the name.
So I'm trying to make this where I can actually read it at the same time, but it's not easy. I don't have my reading glasses on. I probably should do that. Okay, that's a bit like me. I drink a lot of coffee, and that probably has a lot to do with why I do that. Oh my god, the lag is huge.
The sentence?
No, because I just looked down. I'm like 20, 30 seconds behind now. I just watched the screen come down. Yes, I do. I too have ADHD or whatever it is, and I suspect that's why I drink as much coffee as I do. I am your typical, hey, look, a squirrel kind of guy. And that's probably why I make bracelets. That's probably why you make the bracelets. It's the um, almost meditative trance that concentrating on doing something you get from making a bracelet is. So, yeah, completely relatable. Well, you say learning. I did terrible in school. Um, I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't. They would start talking about whatever it was, and my imagination would go wild. And pretty soon, I'm off on my own little imaginative tangent, and I had no idea what the whole rest of the class had done. Yes. Mind you, yes. When in the right kind of classes with the right kind of stimuli, I remember the math teacher tried to get us to do a string art project, and while all the other kids suffered and couldn't figure out how to make it work, I went off and was making it so elaborate. And I really wish I could find out what her name was if she was still around, because she said that she expected that one day she would go in a craft store and find something with my name on it, because I was so good at that sort of thing. Mind you, you can't buy my stuff in a craft store, but I do some pretty cool crafty stuff. Oh, debating. Yeah, I could probably do a pretty good job of that. I don't know. I take that back. I have tried to have rational conversations with people over beliefs, and I don't handle it turning into a fight very well. Yeah, I did well in art. I did really well in art. In fact, there was a little while there, my science teacher made an arrangement for me in junior high school to go and be an assistant in the art class, and that I would earn my credits because she knew that I just wasn't getting science at all. And so I passed science by cleaning up after the other students and just keeping the art lab, in a condition, and working on my own personal projects. Wow, that's an old thought I haven't had in a long time. I don't think teachers are taught how to deal with kids with, I don't want to say special needs. It makes it sound like we're retarded, but our needs were different from the normal. And I don't think teachers are taught how to deal with that, or at least they weren't. Um, that could be different. I think it's certainly different here. In Singapore, their education system is really pretty advanced. Like kids in what is that sixth grade? Kids in the sixth grade are working on math that's harder than anything I did in all high school. So I don't know how they do it. I don't know what the smaller children get in school, but I know that it's completely different than anything I ever had. Plus, they have like something that I think is really different. They take after Britain. If you're really good at stuff, certain things or whatever, your path, like after you take like this test, where can you help explain this? How they have the different paths. The super smart ones are on a path for higher education. The ones that fall behind, they end up in a vocational type setting instead. So everybody gets the most of what they need from their classes. I can't do long division really either. I good with a calculator.
These days, that's all you need.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to change curriculum based on the fact that we now have calculators like with us every day. Have you ever heard the song from Boy in a Band called Don't Stay in School? Is that link shareable?
I guess.
I hadn't thought about that. I should have done that. Right. Okay, so yeah, I got out of school many years ago, and they don't we weren't allowed to have calculators. I remember in high school, this is back in the 80s, I was going home with homework, and every day it was the same sort of thing. There was like 30 questions that all basically the numbers interacted with the other numbers in the same kind of way. And I would take it home, and I played on the simplest of little computers and wrote myself a little program to do with whatever that day's task was. And I came in, and my math teacher tried to give me a hard time, said, "How come you never show your work?" I'm like, "You really want to see my work? Line 10, input A. Line 20, input B." And he's like, "You're doing this on a computer?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he said that I no longer had to worry about not showing my work, but that I needed to make sure that I would still be able to pass the test even though I didn't have a calculator on hand. Because as far as he was concerned, he thought computers were the way of the future. So I did have at least one teacher who kind of was a little bit more forward thinking. Ah! I went to grab the green and ended up painting it over. So I think oh, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I was gonna say I think I should be getting close to being done, and I am almost done. Let's see. Red. Whoops. I'm gonna run these colors down really quick because I am close to the end and I don't want to overdo it. And I say this from experience. I have filled up the entire page before realizing that that's oops. So this is where the line where it ends. So here it gets a little bit trickier. So this is it. This straight row is the, like, you know, the both ends or whatever. Now, how I did this without having the pattern drawn up was I started with the hots on one side and the cold colors on the other. And because this is the first of the hot colors, leaving that off and then bringing this down to a point was relatively easy. So, let's see. It should have been these ones. So the 2 green, and then the 2 blue.
Melanie's back.
Hello, Melanie. What'd you have? There we go. Now I just have to fill in these little ones, and this is all set. I really need to put my reading glasses on. It's a shame that I can't see this very well, or at least as well as I should. Do you want to start the web page for this? Oh, that sounds amazing. Wait, when you say fillings, what kind of fillings are we talking? Like meat fillings or like fruit fillings? I shouldn't be asking this. This is just going to make me more hungry.
Chocolate German yogurt.
Oh my. That's not that doesn't exactly sound like the most nutritional thing, but it does sound delicious. Do we have anything like that?
Do we have anything like that in Singapore? Or do we have anything like that, period?
Do we have anything like that here at home? No. No. Do we have anything like that here in Singapore?
I suppose so. Sweet dough balls or this, yeah.
Yeah, now I got two of you teaming up on me as far as the calorie things. I know, look, I know I need to lose some weight. I get it. Just because the number when you use kg sounds a whole lot better than when you use pounds doesn't mean I can get away with it. Uh, honey, do you want to start the website for this? Can you put in a link to... Bye-bye. Thank you. So I'm going to have my wife get started on the web page that these images are going to go into. And I am nearing the end of this. And I think it'll be a good spot to end for anybody that wanted to watch this and see how this all went down. And I think maybe I'll try to do making a bracelet, possibly. Come on. Oh. Possibly this bracelet. Maybe I'll make this one tomorrow in the live stream. I think that might be kind of neat. But I need to sort out the sound problems and the lag problems. Once I get that figured out, should be a lot more fun. Okay, so there's the purples are done. I still have the light yellow and the dark green. Oh, and the light green. So yeah, you guys will be able to take a look at these patterns. I'll have them over on my website. Hopefully you guys get an idea as to like how you can actually draw up a pattern from having watched this. I will kind of try to make better tutorials in regards to the whole process involved. That might be what I do for Friday's video. Try to condense down some of what this was all about and give a little bit more of a explanation. But yeah, there it is. This one's finished as well. So, all right. Until next time, don't get your strings in a bunch.